welcome in everyone. So I got my co-host back. So good to have you back, Shep.
Thank you.
If you guys watched yesterday's episode with Greg Keeley, I went solo. Good interview. I thought I always love talking to Greg, so definitely go check that out. This is we're recording this, but it's going to be released on Friday. That'll be important to know here in just a second. But Shep, first and foremost, how was the Masters? You picked Rory to win. You were right. Hate to say that recorded, but you were right. So just give us a little quick rundown.
The Masters was probably the best sporting event I've ever been to. It was very different with no social media outlet. There's no phones. You can't record. All you can do is take a regular camera and it's very, how would you say it? Very involved. You're very there. So it's
In
kind
the
of,
moment.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of good to unplug and do
yeah.
that. As the golf tournament itself, it's probably the best tournament that I've seen. Even if I watched it on TV, uh, it was pretty good. It's if I could do it again, I would do it in a heartbeat, 100%.
There was a lot of drama. It looked like it was beautiful weather.
It was in the 80s,
Yeah.
all 4 days. I only went two, but all 4 days it was in the 80s, and my son went the other 2 days. So
Okay. So I think the next question for me is you spent a high undisclosed amount at the gift shop, and yet you're wearing a Miami hat tonight. Like you couldn't like sport a PGA like Masters hat or anything.
um, nope, I'm probably not even gonna wear them.
All right. All right. Well, so as I mentioned, today is Wednesday, which is April 15th. Why is that day important, Shep?
April 15th. Why is it important? So I guess this is the pop quiz.
Well, yeah, I thought that was going to be easier if we're being honest. So, this is the day we're both poorer because we paid taxes, right?
Yes. Speaking of, now that you remind me, I haven't done them yet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, eventually we'll both be poorer.
Yes.
Shep just prolonged the agony. Okay, fair enough. Um, so the question is why is April 15th tax day? That dates back to 1955. Before then, the tax date was actually back in 1918. They moved it to March. It was March 1st in 1918. They moved it to March 15th, having to do with World War One and the explosion of like tax returns and the IRS trying to keep up. And then 1954, they rewrote the code. Part of that was moving it to April 15th to give people like Shep more time to collect their tax documents, and then and give the IRS even more time to process everything. And then I don't have the date in front of me. Eventually, there's this thing known as extension that we take advantage of. Moves you to October 15th. But since 1955, 70 years ago, 71 years ago, uh, April 15th has been tax day. Everybody dreads, um, does not look forward to. However, there's another significant event that happened in 1954 in the bourbon world, and that is I was researching, and there's really only one distillery of note that was opened in 1954. And it wasn't opened as a trick word, maybe. It was Maker's Mark was bought by Bill Samuels Jr. He bought the Burke's Distillery for $35,000 in 1953. They began production in 1954, and they released their first bottle in 1958.
So
So right
Maker's
around the same time.
so Maker's Mark is the oldest distillery running.
Not the oldest distillery. It's the only one that was found in the 1950s of note. So there's some that were found before that, right? But it's the only one that was actually founded and started producing distilling in the 1950s that coincided with the move of tax day to April 15th. So in honor of that, we're gonna have some Maker's Mark here. Um, we each picked out a bottle. I don't think we have the same one. I have 3 or 4 of them. Never been there, and it is interesting to note too that couple things. One, I'm not sure I knew. So their first bottle that was produced in 1958 did have the dipped red wax. So that's always been the case. It's always had the dipped red wax. Um, and then they have one mash bill. I don't know if I realized that. So they have one mash bill, which is 70% corn, 16% red winter wheat, 14% malted barley. So you get what you get. Don't throw a fit. It's one mash.
So what do they do with their? So I guess they, their wood finishing series. They have staves and everything they use, and
Yeah, so
so
the finishes are different. The cellar aged, right? They have the private selections that are single barrel.
yeah,
So um, they do have cash strength. Obviously, that's what I'm gonna have. And then they have. If I will say, what's interesting is, no matter where you go, no matter what restaurant you go to, what cruise line you go on,
there is a Maker's Mark.
there's Maker's Mark.
There is
So
Maker's
it's one of the staples. Maker's, Woodford, and usually Buffalo Trace on a cruise or an island. But those are staples in the bourbon industry.
And is it the oldest distillery still open currently?
No, because you have that's a good question. Burke's Distillery was founded, I think, in 1883. I don't know if it continuously ran until it was purchased by Samuels, but Old Forester, it was not concurrently running the whole time. So I don't know if it's the oldest concurrently running or not. I'd have to check that.
Hmm.
There's definitely distilleries open before them,
Yes.
but I don't know if they stayed open.
And you haven't been there.
I have not been there, so
I have not
hope,
been there as well.
You've never been there.
Nope.
I hope to go do a dip my own wax at some point, but yeah, I think it'd be fun. I hear it's a really cool place, like a cool experience. But and then people are, this one kind of looks like it, but people were all over the slam dunk bottles there for a little bit, but they almost all look like they're slam dunk bottles now. So I don't think that's really a thing anymore.
So
Cellar Age comes out once a year.
I've had 2 slam dunks and I got rid of them, but
Okay.
mine were completely covered all the way down
Oh, really?
to here. Yeah.
Okay.
So they were complete slam dunks. They have slam dunks. They have half dunks. So
Yeah, they're all done. So, um,
so put,
the other thing, real quick, and then we'll get into which ones we're drinking. The other thing that I thought was interesting that I haven't really heard before was they came up with their mash bill by literally baking bread. That they made different combinations of bread until they found the smell and the taste that they
That
liked.
they wanted?
And that's the mash bill that they created, and that's the one that's still in existence today.
hmm.
So it wasn't by mixing bourbons together or anything like that. It was from baking bread.
So I should think of bread.
You should think of bread. I mean, any wheated bourbon we have, I feel like that's a note we get. But first time I've heard of that actually driving how the mash bill was made.
Now that's odd.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. I think they've been pretty successful.
Well, I'm gonna open up this private select. It's called Box of Chocolates here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This is 112 proof. It's let's see. The seared French cuvee is number 2. It's got Maker's Mark 46 in it as well. Baked American Pure 2 is 3. So the code is 03250 is the
What does that
code
mean?
on it. That's the code across the front. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
read that, but
Okay. I see that on my private select. I don't see that on the normal bottles. I didn't
No.
know what that meant.
so I have one here. It's called the Box of Chocolates. And I have one here that I haven't opened yet that is called the Chocolate Pour.
Oh, wow.
And this code is 14041. So the code is totally different. So I'm sure the taste profile should be
Be different.
quite different.
Yeah, so I have the cash strength, and I have the French, the 46, and then I have a private select. I do have the keepers, um, which is one of I do like the wood finishing series, but I went with the cash strength with an age statement. So I know it's not that much far off with the ones without age statements, but this one is the 7 year 2 months. So the first one, I think there's a 7 year 3 month that's out.
Okay.
Um, this is batch 2501 and 112.6 proof. So we won't bother to talk about the mash bill, but see if there's any other details. I think that's really it. Let's get into it.
So this so here's the stave profiles here. So stave 1 is Baked American Pure 2. It's vanilla, honey, and bright fruit.
Okay.
The Seared French Cuvée is creamy toasted caramel and almond.
Okay.
The Maker's Mark 46 is dried fruit, baking spices, and caramel. And the toasted French spice is clove, ripe fruit, and orange peel.
So it should be complex.
It should, yes.
Okay.
And it is. I mean,
So
I
while we're getting this poured up, a couple of things you can look forward to. Um, Next week we are we're going to record one more, I think, before we head out on the road. But Shep and I will actually be together with some other guys next weekend. We're going to do I think a podcast on location, if we can work that out at Conviction. Um,
we'll do something.
we'll
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to do that with the owner of Southern Grace Distilleries. Gonna hang out there for the day, have an event there. We're gonna go to the restaurant later, so should be a whole day event. Should be a lot of fun. That pick is available to order, so go check out United States Barrel Group in our Facebook group, and please like and subscribe to this podcast. This is only like 4 or 5 for us. We're still getting started, but we got some good interviews already, and got some more lined up. Would love for people to watch those and hear the owners and master distillers talk about their stuff. I think those are some of the cool things that we get to
And if you're not familiar with Southern Grace, you can look them up online. Southern Grace Distilleries. It's a prison, old prison, 1929 prison. They
Yeah.
do ghost tours there. They do a lot of stuff there. So
do. Okay. It does smell good. I'm sure it's because I read the profile, but you do get like bready and baking spice in it for sure.
So I don't get bready bacon spice, right? Like right off the rip on this, I get like orange peel, straight orange peel.
Oh, okay. See, I don't get any like really fruity on mine. Nice. It's a good nose though.
You know, I never was a fan of Maker's Mark. I never liked Maker's Mark until Chris sent me a cast strength. He sent me a cast
Okay.
strength Maker's Mark, and it changed my mind. And ever since then, I've bought. I think I got maybe six different bottles now
Oh
of
wow.
Maker's Mark. So
Really changed your mind.
yeah, it's. I mean, it's a good daily pour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and this we'll get into it here, but even at 112, I don't remember these drinking hot or anything like that.
Well, usually, so wheated bourbons don't tend to drink hot to me,
Agreed. It has a good hug though, I will say.
does it?
First pour of the night, so maybe that's part of it, but definitely has a good hug and um, coat your mouth. Like I love it when they're like creamy, viscous, pretty balanced. That what's on the nose is what's on the palate. Um, yeah, I like this one. I almost got the 7 year 3 month when I was in Tennessee, but I was about 12 bottles in, so that's the one I decided to put back.
So they have a bottle your own experience, correct?
I think so, because that's what you dip at the end, right?
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, definitely worth the stop. I didn't know, like I said, I learned a few things. I love researching for these because I always learn something. So I didn't realize but they had bought a previous distillery, Burke's Distillery. Um, did not know that they only had one mash bill, honestly. Obviously, they finished those in a lot of different ways. It's one core mash bill, and then they created that by literally baking bread until they found what they wanted. So I thought that was a cool story.
Well, good. Maybe that's a sign for my bakery.
Maybe,
Maybe that's a sign.
maybe
Go from
bourbon's next. You're gonna create some
we
bread
go
that you're
we
like,
go
this
from
is really
restaurant to
perfect.
bakery to bourbon.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a natural progression. This is good. So, two significant things, at least, happened in 1950s. Maker's Mark was founded. Tax Day was established as April 15th. So, two ways to spend your money.
So
Both happened in the
so
mid
why
50s.
why do they put a cap on the day for taxes? Why don't they set it to like a certain amount of group can do it this month, then the next group does it this month, and space it out throughout the year?
Well, so I can think of a couple reasons. A, they do that kind of because businesses are due March 15th, so they do separate business and consumer. Um, the other reason I would say is that sounds like a logistical nightmare to figure out because it's based on your income. So your income's going to vary year to year. So one year you may be due 415, one year might be 515. In your scenario, maybe 615. That just seems like it's really hard to track. Um, I don't know what you would gain from that. I see why it's all due at the same time. I also uh, the actual paying of taxes and all that's a different conversation we should not get into. But I
Yeah.
understand why the date. I understand why the date is the date,
I just figured they would get bombarded with just
and they do,
tons. So
right? But I mean, I mean, I don't know in your world, but in my world right now, like um, this is obviously 7 years, 70 years later, and same concept for them. But I mean, AI is making everything faster, and so I don't know if they're utilizing that to analyze returns and quality check things or not. If not, I bet they will be soon. So that helps get you through.
yeah,
What could have taken 1,000 hours can do be 40 now. So
the world is coming to AI.
it is
It's evolving.
it's here.
It is here.
I've heard about quantum computing and things that they thought were 10 years away, might be more like 3 years away. Um, so it's evolving rapidly. Before long, you're going to be able to bake some bread and feed it into a computer somehow, and it will spit out a mash bill for you that you can then go make bourbon, and that's going to make it really easy
That sounds like the best idea.
for
Yeah, that sounds like the best idea.
you.
All right, let's
All
get.
right.
I'm
Any
gonna.
final thoughts then? So the Masters was awesome.
Masters is
Rory
awesome.
Rory made it dramatic and still pulled it out.
Scheffler did a great job coming from
Scheffler did a great
coming
job.
from 12 back. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, so he went from 12 back to earning 2.43 million. Not a bad second place
Not
finish.
yeah, not a bad 48 out
And
or not a bad 4 round payout, huh?
was it Cam Young or Justin Rose that blew it on 17 and 18 that let Scheffler have second place by himself?
That's Cam Young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there was
Which
that for Scheffler, so that's good.
poor Rose, he's been there so many times,
I
you
know.
know. Just like
I
Rory,
really
he's
thought this
runner up.
might be the year, and there for a minute it looked like it might be, and then he pulled a Justin Rose.
Yeah. That and his leaf blower annex.
Leaf blower annex. I guess I did. I missed. I had to go back and watch Sergio breaking his
Oh, breaking his club.
yeah, his club over his leg or something. Oh,
Yeah. So how about another topic? So the KBF.
oh
So
yeah,
that's coming up.
that's right. Tickets went on sale. And
Tickets went on sale, sold out already.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got yours.
I got mine.
I, however, spent mine in the merch store.
Yeah. So the merch you're never gonna wear cost me seeing you at KBF. That's gonna make sense at some point.
They're there still could be a possibility. You never know. I know people that have extra tickets.
Okay. I will say I'm trying to get a media pass, and so if I do, actually, I may have extra ticket, or they may refund it, or I may take uh, another member of my family. So I don't know. I got options.
Got options. So for your media pass, so you buy a GA pass, correct?
So you don't have to. You can take a chance that they're going to give you a media pass. But I did. I bought a GA pass for me with then the caveat they said is if you get approved, they refund that, or I can transfer it to somebody.
And how do you inquire about that? You just contact them and
Yeah, there's a top secret email, kind of like the red phone, and you just kidding, it's not top secret, but you email them, and then when the passes are available, they will email you to apply, and then I don't know how you actually get selected. So we'll see.
VIP sold out in like 36 seconds.
Yeah, which, 2 years ago, I thought VIP was a good idea because it was really hot and that was air conditioned. And it looked like it would be a cool experience. Last year, I was glad I wasn't VIP. Everybody I wanted to hang out with was not VIP. Like they were mostly media. There's a few that were VIP, but a lot of them have media passes, which gets you the same thing. In that if it's hot, you can get into the air conditioning and the media tent. But it wasn't really hot last year. We all hung out outside together the whole time. So for the $500 more, $600 more, I didn't think it was worth it. I didn't even try for it this time. It does get you in an hour earlier, but the whole getting of the bottles was a
Yeah.
fiasco last year, and even VIP didn't get some of them. So I don't think that's
And for all of y'all that are going, there is no slushy machines and no mixed drinks.
I knew no slushy. I didn't know no mixed.
Yep, no mixed drinks. Bourbon only.
Bourbon?
Is what I was told. Yes,
Okay.
bourbon only.
So I know Old Forester and Four Roses did some mixed drinks that were really good. Penelope, I think, had one.
Now
So that
I
was-
don't know if they're considering an old fashioned a mixed drink or if they're
Oh, okay.
they shouldn't because that's a one spirit cocktail.
It is. Maybe those will be okay. I don't know. I don't know, but every year it gets better just because I know more people, and I know more of the distillery owners or master distillers or blenders.
Now, are you doing the event before? Is that bourbon and beyond, or is that bourbon in the
So that
night?
is,
Bourbon at night or bourbon in the air?
No, it's like bourbon in the air, beyond, yeah, something like that.
Are you doing that?
I'm not. Um, I did the Penelope event last year,
They're not having that event this year, are they?
and not that I've seen. I don't know. I wish I wouldn't have done. So again, 2 years ago, I didn't really know anybody, and I thought the way to know everybody was to kind of go to these events. Last year, so I bought a couple. I bought a couple of events to go to, and then everybody I knew a lot more people, and they weren't going. So I was like, well, that didn't work out. So this year, I don't think I'm gonna. If I get invited to something, that'll be great. But otherwise, I think we're just gonna do bottle shares. We're all staying close to the same place, and we'll just do bottle shares and hang out, and that'll be more fun than the event.
Do you have any picks lined up?
I potentially one, and I'm gonna reach out to see doing a couple more on behalf of the liquor store. So my pick team has abandoned me for this go. So I'm gonna team up with some other people, maybe go do something. But yeah,
Someone might just fly in. You never know.
you never know.
Never know.
But no, it'll be fun. It's a good time. Like I said, last year there was about 30 of us that were hanging out off and on, and went to Trial and Error at Pursuit afterwards and hung out. It was just a lot of fun. So I think a lot of those same people are going, plus some new ones.
Plus the new ones. Yeah. Plus the rookies. You babysit the rookies.
Gotta babysit the rookies. They'll be sloshed on 2 hours in because they're sipping and drinking everything that's put in front of them. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Our conviction pick will be a good time. I haven't seen everybody since January. So some of these
Yeah,
guys.
it's been since-
one person I haven't ever met actually, Jeff. So
You haven't ever met Jeff? I haven't met
Never
Jeff
met
either.
Jeff.
I've never met North Coast in person either. So
okay.
So I'm
So, yeah, I've
excited
never met
about.
Jeff, so that'll be fun.
I'm
And
excited
then,
about that.
I'm going to the Pursuit event in June, so I'll actually be in Kentucky in June. It has some cool things lined up. If you listen to the Larrikin episode yesterday, part of that Pursuit event is to go hang out at Larrikin on Saturday and have a cigar experience and sit in their cigar lounge and hang out. They're the only distillery that has a cigar lounge on the Burke Trail, so I thought that
Oh,
was
really?
pretty cool. So we're gonna hang out there, and then we get to go to Old Carter and have a tour with Mark Carter and buy some special bottles potentially. So that could be
That'll
fun.
be
So there'll be
fun.
some cool stuff to happen.
That'll be fun. I've got a surprise for the pick. So, well,
Okay.
for one of our members, if he's driving,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it should be good. I hope.
Good. Yeah, it'll be a good time. So again, go check out United States Barrel Council. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help share that out. It's always a little hard to get started until you build momentum. So help us build momentum. Appreciate it. All right. Final thoughts.
Maker's Mark is still great. I mean, I still like
Maker's
it.
Mark is a good bottle.
It is a good
the
bottle.
cash strength is where it's at.
I always thought it was lower. Like, not there's nothing wrong with low tier. I mean, I got low tier on my shelves. Everybody has low tier, but I always thought it would be a bottle that I wouldn't spend my money on.
Stock. Keep in stock.
I wouldn't keep
Yeah.
in stock. Yeah, but it is, as you can see, I've got multiple bottles, so it's a stock bottle for me now.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. I tried the first one I tried was more of the base brand and wasn't a huge fan, but as soon as I tried Cash Strength, it's a staple on my shelf as well. So that's definitely what we're.
Good deal.
All right. Well, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad the Masters was fun. I'm sad you're not going to KBF. Hopefully that changes between now and September. But hopefully everybody that wanted tickets got them. And let us know, and we'll make plans to hang out. Always excited to meet new people. Um, Always people year to year that I should have known last year that I didn't, that I put names to faces to this year. So there'll be a lot more of that. Next episode will be a review. I think I got a bottle in today that Shep has on the way. I think that I want to review, and then we'll have a interview with the owner of Conviction coming up.
Yep.
And then a couple weeks after that, we have an interview with the master distiller or blender at Southern Collective. So we have that on the schedule. We almost have Whiskey Thief nailed down. We almost have Hard Truth nailed down. And we do have Old Louisville. We have a date for Old Louisville. So excited to get. I've never really got to talk to him, so that'll be new for me, and that'll be exciting. I've never met him, never even talked to him at KBF or anything, so be brand new. So that'll be exciting. So we got some cool
Good
interviews
deal.
coming up. Definitely like, share, get that out. I want people to see those. That'd be awesome.
All right. Until
All right.
then,
Until then, enjoy your Maker's Mark. We'll see you soon.
cheers.